Hey y'all, welcome to Fractal Reality. We're gonna try to post once a week here, but this is some new stuff we got going on. So they released these documents. They're saying that the FBI declassified these documents. Some date back as far as 2004. Let's take a look at what these documents say and what they're trying to tell us in these documents. Okay. So the first one we have here, it is a memorandum from July 8th, 1947. Now, that is the same year that the Roswell incident had happened, apparently. This is a letter that was received through various different contacts, but it says a very serious situation may develop at any time with regard to the flying saucers. If one of these should be attacked, the attacking plane will almost certainly be destroyed. In the public mind, this might create near panic and international suspicion. The principal data concerning these craft is now at hand and must be offered. No matter how fantastic and how unintelligible it may seem to minds not previously instructed in thinking of this type. 1. Part of the discs carry crews, others are under remote control. Drones. 2. Their mission is peaceful. The visitors contemplate settling on this plane. 3. These visitors are human like but much larger in size. Could that explain some of the giant sightings that have been happening in the past year or so? 4. They're not excarnate Earth people, but come from their own world. 5. They do not come from any planet as we use the word, but from an etheric planet which interpenetrates with our own and is not perceptible to us. 6. The bodies of these visitors and the craft also automatically materialize on entering the vibratory rate of our dense matter. That's probably important. 7. The discs possess a type of radiant energy, or a ray, which will easily disintegrate any attacking ship. They re-enter the etheric at will and so simply disappear from our vision without trace. 8. The region from which they come is not an astral plane, but corresponds to the locus or talus. Students of esoteric matters will understand these terms. Anybody a student of esoteric matters out there that knows these terms? Don't worry, we'll look it up. 9. They probably cannot be reached by radio, but probably can be by radar if a signal system can be devised for that apparatus. We give information and warning and can do no more. Let the newcomers be treated with every kindness unless the discs are withdrawn, I think. I don't know what that says. You can't read it. With which our culture and science are incapable of dealing. A heavy responsibility rests upon the few in authority who are able to understand this matter. So, what can we say about this document in particular? That's just wow. We're going to look up the locus and the talus, see what that tells us. What do we have here? Oh, that's interesting. So it appears that the locus and the talus comes from like Vedic Hindu cosmology. Brahmaloka is the uppermost realm, almost like a heaven. Anada Shatala Loka, Tala Loka, Rasa Tala Loka. Okay, all the ones with Tala in it are the lower realms, or the lower locus is called. I guess you could call it like a hell. Bro, this is crazy too. Look at where it says shell of Brahmanda. The shell, that sounds a lot like firmament, right? Shell being something hard. And it almost looks like a firmament. Only difference here being is that their heaven, or the lokas, the upper lokas, are represented as inside of the firmament, or the shell of Brahmanda, whereas Judeo-Christian religions, it is represented, heaven is represented as being outside of the firmament, and all the stuff on the outside of that firmament as being water. So this is kind of interesting.
Individuals opening the container by prying or striking are destroyed by the container's protectors, see page 17, through the use of a power unknown to us. That is a document.
That's the craziest thing I've ever heard, dude.
For those of you who read that, you're probably asking yourself what AOL means. Well, it actually has a meaning in remote viewing. Check it out.